Hello everyone, and I welcome all of you to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution. And friends, today in this video we are going to discuss TCS NQT 25th of October 5 to 8 p.m. aptitude questions. Okay, so we will be also doing the analysis of aptitude questions. And friends, we are the fastest one to update the videos, right? And you can see we are uploading each and every shift videos here. So friends, so if we'll talk about the analysis or the difficulty level of the aptitude questions, then the questions are easy as compared to the first and second slot. So morning slot 10 to 11, and then the second slot, so 5 to 8 p.m. slot, questions are really very easy. There is no doubt as part of the aptitude. And after this, friends, again we will be uploading the reasoning video. So if you have still not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe, because as we are the fastest one to upload all the videos of all the shift examination. So let us discuss few of the important question which has come which has been asked in 5 to 8 p.m. slot. So friends, question number 1: if a student scores 15% and fails by 70 marks, while another student who scores 45% marks get 50 marks more than the minimum required marks to pass the examination, what are the minimum marks to pass the examination? So this is a questions repeated from the TCS 2020 examination. Okay, and the same question, similar question, we have also done in our free videos, and it was also there in our PDF material, right? So those who have bought, they will be definitely knowing this. So if a student scores 15%, so a student is scoring 15%, but still he is failed by 70 marks. So if 70 marks we will give it to him, then he will pass the examination, right? So for passing, 15% plus 70 marks he need. While another student who scores 45% of the marks and get 50 marks more than the minimum required marks to pass. So if we will subtract 50 marks, then he will be passing the examination. Now 45%, and this percentage I will take that side, 15%, and this will be 70 plus 50. So 30% will be equal to 120. So 1% will be equal to 120 by 30, that is nothing but 4. If we will talk about 100%, then so 1% is nothing but equal to 4, right? So I will write here 1% is equals to 4. So 100% will be equal to, both side you multiply by 400, right? So it will become 400. So we got total marks is 400. They are asking what are the minimum marks to pass the examination. So take one of them. So 15% plus 70. So 15% of 400, okay, plus 70. So 15% will be nothing but equal to 60, and plus 70. So 130 will be the answer. So option B will be the correct answer for question number 1. Now friends, question number 2 is a question from time and work, and again this kind of problems we have done multiple times. So A is thrice as good as workman as B. So A will be equal to 3B. A is thrice as good as workman as B. So this is in terms of efficiency. So if you know the Mountain Dew concept, which I have taught you in time and work, then you will be easily able to solve the problem. Write A, write B. This is a efficiency based problem. Here efficiency, here it is days, and here I will write A plus B. And we know the work done by A, and the work done by B, and the work done by A plus B, all three will be same, right? Okay. So what is our Mountain Dew technique? So days into efficiency will be equal to work. This is our Mountain Dew technique, right? Okay. Now, so friends, the equation in terms of efficiency has been given. So I will assume B efficiency is 1, then A efficiency will become 3. Friends, you can assume any value, there is no restrictions. B value you can assume 1 crores, 2 crores, 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 10 lakhs, it doesn't matter. So B value I assumed 1, then A value will become 3, and A plus B efficiency will become 4. Then what has been given? So they together finish a piece of work in 24 days. So they together finish the work in 24 days. Then in how many days B alone can do the same piece of work? So the work done by B and A plus B will be same. The work done by B and the work done by A plus B will be same. So the work done by B will be what? So days into efficiency. Days we will assume D efficiency 1, and here it will be 4 into 24. So days will be equal to 96. So B will be taking 96 days to complete the work, right friends? So I hope it will be clear to you. Question number 2, 96 days is the correct answer. Then question number 3. So if the HCF of two number is 17 and LCM is 1309, which of the given option could be one of the two number? So friends, this is a very simple question. So HCF into LCM will be equal to product of two numbers, right? So basically you need to find out a probable number this side. So 17 into 1309. So friends, so whatever number you will be getting, right? So suppose x into y. So x into y, so when you will try to divide this number by x or y, it should be completely divisible, okay? So now what you do, so one number you take from here. So I am going to take the number is 119, okay? So you have to take each and every number, and then you have to divide it, and you have to see which number it will be completely divisible. So friends, if we take 167, then 167 will not be able to divide 1309. So I will show you in calculator, then you will be easily able to understand, right? Okay. So so 1309, okay? So here it is 1309, and first I will divide it by 167, right? 167. So it is not divisible, right? It is going into fraction. Then again what I will do, 1309, the next option I will take. So 1309, and then I will divide it by next option. So 170. So divided by so my keyboard is not working properly. So 170, and if you'll see, it is 7.8. So again it is not divisible. Now 1309, and that I will divide it by 119. So this will be equal to, see this, if you'll see, it will be completely divisible by 11 times. So what we can say, right? So what we can say friends here, question number 3. So yeah, yes, so HCF into LCM will be equal to what? Product of two numbers. This is what we discussed, right? So product of two numbers. So what we need to check, so 17 into 1309, so which number will be able to completely divide that? That is nothing but 119. So option D will be one of the two number. Now friends, question number 4. So a certain sum of money invested at simple interest amounts to rupees 990 in 3 years. So you invested some money, it became 990 in how many years? In 3 years, right? Okay. And it is also becoming 1125 in 4.5 years, right? Okay. So we can see friends, so in 1.5 years, the interest is what? See, till year 3 years, and in 1.5 year, the interest is nothing but 135 rupees, right? Okay. So 1.5 year we can also write 3 by 2. So it is nothing but 135. So 1 will be equal to 135 into 2 by 3. So this is 45 times 45 into 2. That means, so in 1 year the interest is nothing but 90 rupees, right? I can write here, in 1 year the interest we are getting is nothing but 90 rupees. So in 3 years how much interest we would have got? 270 rupees. So our principal, and then we are adding 270 rupees interest, then we are getting total amount of 990. So 990 minus 270 will be equal to 720. Principal we got. So simple interest will be equal to PRT by 100. Simple interest is how much? 90 rupees, which we have got, right? So 1 year interest. So it is nothing but 90 rupees. Principal is nothing but 720. Rate we have to calculate, time is nothing but 1 year divided by 100, okay? So 98 times, so rate will be 100 by 8, 100 by 8 will be 12.5%. So option C will be the correct answer for the question number 4. Now friends, question number 5. So what is the total surface area of a right circular cone? So our cone will look like something like this, right? Okay. So what will be the total surface area of a right circular cone of height 48 centimeter? So this height will be 48 centimeter and base of diameter is 28 centimeter. So radius will become what? 28 by 2. That is nothing but 14 centimeter. So this radius will become 14 centimeter. Now, so we need to calculate the total surface area. So total surface area will be equal to par into r plus L. Now what is L here, friends? So L is nothing but slant height. So how to get the slant height? So our slant height will be nothing but this part L. Now as you know, this is a right circular cone, so this will become as your hypotenuse, right? So slant height will be equal to 48 square and plus 14 square. So this will be nothing but 2304 plus 196. So 6 plus 4 is 10, 9 plus 1 is 10, and 24 plus 1 will be 25. So our slant height will become 50. So this value of L is nothing but 50. Now, so pi will be 22 by 7, radius we know 14 centimeter, and r plus L. So L is nothing but 50 and r is nothing but 14. So 50 plus 14 will be 64. Now 7 2s are. So 44 into 54. Now 4 into 4, the last digit is 6. So which option is having last digit as 6 is nothing but 2816. So friends, this is how you are going to solve the TCS problem in the examination. Okay, so this is 5 to 8 p.m. slot. You can verify the question, friends, and we have really used the very easy method to solve this question. And friends, we are one of the fastest channel who are uploading the solutions even very fast. Okay, so friends, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe, because we are going to give you all the concept and at the time when you required. Thank you, friends.